You know, it's however you feel, but you just have to fit it between that space, that little space that you got, which is one. You know, one. You know, one. And then you would try to fit your different notes, but you felt in between it, like, you know, and that's the funk. You know, you know, and you can change that. You know, and that's the funk. And you can change that.
True essence of the funk is the power of the one. It's the power of the one. You know this funk has just begun. You can lean on it. Let your mind be free, Bob. Night shall not hold out. But I need the funk, baby. Benson, hit back. essence of the funk is the power of the one, Bob. One!
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. And then yes. And then yes again. Yes, yes, yes. The power of the one. What's up? Welcome to Funk from the Front Seat. Right here, 9 on the Grind TV, each and every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and somewhere in the West Coast around 10, 11, somewhere around there. We got a really, really, really hot superstar guest popping in today, international recording artist, of course. I met her about a couple of years ago, and this woman, I got to tell you, is one of the most amazing performers, singers, multi-musicians, producers, taskmasters that I've ever had the pleasure of coming into her acquaintance. And I'm going to get to her in a minute. Her name is ELORA Dash. So if you don't know the name, now you know. Exclusive right here on Funk from the Front Seat. Don't forget, smash that like button and give me that thumbs up, because apparently it's something about numbers that we got to deal with. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please leave your comments down below. We're going to run this show several times throughout the course of the week, starting tomorrow. So you'll get a chance to go back and check it out, and you can put in your comments as well. But I guarantee you, you're going to want to know this woman. And if you don't know, now you know. I want to thank everybody that tunes in. P-Funk Radio, of course, JTRP, Gabe Gonzalez. Thank all the sponsors there that help us out and constantly push, the brand and what we're trying to do. And Robin Circler P and David Webb and Larry Funkster Jones, Club Funketeer President, which I am the Vice President. I also want to thank, all the people that support this particular show. Cindy K. Lane out in Seattle, I appreciate you. LL, Lisa Love, I appreciate you out there. You guys are always down for the show. Linda Scheid in Kansas City. We got people from New York to Australia to Canada to Germany that will peep this show. Check it out. So it's all around the world for the funk. Again, today our very special guest, ELORA Dash. You guys will not be sorry you saw this show. And before we even get started, I got to make sure we take care of our ancestors. So you guys know I always, sage up a little bit, so we get them good positive vibes going. So many things happening in the world, and we're going to get into a little bit about ELORA's opinion about that as well. So it's crazy out here. And also I like my incense for my ancestors. So we got the vibe going. And the one thing I must do, take off my sunglasses so I can funkily see you and see what we're looking at and make sure y'all can see me. Let me adjust my light and everything. It was a cool day. My producer, Mr. Mark Lee, always funky, always fast, never last back behind the glass. He's busy with some other errands at the moment, but he will be popping on, I'm sure. He dug the music and he does all my backline production for this particular show. So now, without further ado, the woman of the hour, my friend, I'm glad to call my little sister, ELORA Dash, to the stage.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am great. Now I'm so happy to see you and happy that you're able to join us in the front seat.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So before we jump right into everything, I always ask all my guests, especially you're the first time. So I appreciate you. And I want this to be a part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come on as much as you want. All you got to do is just let us know. If you got new music you want to drop, please feel free. We'll make sure we use our platform for that too. But how is your family and everybody that you're close to?
Doing well. I actually have been connecting with my family and friends more because I just got engaged. So
congratulations. I saw that.
Thank you. Here it is. So been kind of reconnecting with people I haven't talked with in a while, and making plans, and everyone's been so supportive, so we really appreciate that.
Hey, that's what's up, man. It's like and I, child of divorce, and I was divorced. But when I was married, I was really happy for 15 years. So marriage is great. And I think anybody that can find that right person to be with should just be with them. It shouldn't even be a question of anybody's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It should be like, hey, we love each other. Boom, let's do this. And good for you. I'm happy for. I told you, I'm your big bro. So ain't nobody. Now you got a whole army behind you now. Because you got all my big bros, so you got a full-fledged army behind you.
That's sweet. Thank you.
That's dope, man. When is the wedding?
I don't know yet. I'm hoping for next fall, but
okay.
I'm not. I feel like out how to. I think there's this culture around weddings where it becomes everybody else, and I don't subscribe to that, and I don't want it to become that. I really just want it to be fun and cozy and easy and just, good vibes. So I'm not in a rush. I don't want to be stressed about it. I just want it to be fun. So I'm hoping. I love the fall. I love the colors of the leaves and stuff. And that's kind of like the theme that I'm thinking about. So hoping for that.
Okay, well, that's what's up, man. And like I said, man, it's great. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
A few of my regs are popping in. Dr. Brookenstein from Philly says hello and what's up. And hold on, Dr. DeFunca George DeFunca Vinci, he's in Texas, and he's a reg on the show. But these are a lot of people that tune in and help support what we do. So it's really cool to see. My brothers popping in to give you some love and show you some love. I appreciate that. Thanks. Y'all are out there. I know y'all be out there for us. So in the music game, before we get to the minute details of it all, tell our audience who's seeing you for the first time how you actually got started in the whole game, coming up in it.
Yeah. So I went to college at App State up in Boone, North Carolina. And there's a music program there. And I grew up playing music, taking piano lessons, singing a lot, self-taught. And my family was always very encouraging of me pursuing a career in music. They saw that the talent was there and they wanted me to just do something that makes me happy. So I appreciate that from them. But I think initially I was like, I didn't think that I could have a career in music. Like I was like, how am I going to make money doing that? Right. But after going to App State and starting the music program there, when I got there, I was kind of just like, well, I'm good at this thing and I'm not really good at much else. So I'm going to do this thing. I don't know what the future really holds with it, but I'm sure I'll figure it out because I usually do figure things out. Also, apologies in advance if my dog barks.
Hey, dogs are welcome. Dogs are welcome.
Like she'll come in and then she'll be mad that she's in here and then she'll leave and then she'll scratch at the door later. So that might happen.
No worries. Dogs are always welcome. All entities.
Yes. All species. But yeah, so I did my degree in music business at App State and I met a lot of amazing people through that program. And honestly, I think that's the most valuable thing about going to college for music. It's like, you don't need to go to college for music. It's not like required, but I did meet a lot of great people through that program and was connected with a lot of amazing artists and amazing engineers and just creatives of all kinds through that. So I really appreciated the experience for that. And also, now that I'm doing music full time and part of that being, my band and my live shows and recording music and stuff, that knowledge was very helpful to have. And then after graduating from there, I grew up in Chapel Hill. I was born in Durham. So came back to the area and I wanted to Bull City. And then I wanted to just immerse myself immediately in the community. Because, I've considered moving to New York or LA or Atlanta or Nashville or one of those big music cities. But it never felt quite right to me. And I think I like the quietness that you can get around here. And also I want to be a part of something where I'm getting to enrich my own community and make it like one of those places instead of moving to one of those places where that's exactly what people go there for.
Good for you.
I want to create that kind of environment here in Durham and in Raleigh. And so I just started to go out to shows and meet people and have meetings, have coffee with different people, and just like get people's insight on things. And I feel like I'm very much a go-getter. Like I want to,
Yeah, you are.
I want to be involved, you know, I
Yeah.
want to, I just want to know what's going on. I want to like create things, and I want to create events for people that are enjoyable, and I want to have a hand in it because I always prioritize diversity in the stuff that I do, whether that's
Yeah.
shows that I'm playing or shows that I'm curating. And also just be like a source for especially other women and other minorities in the community to feel empowered to make music, because you know, from coming from an Indian background, it's not always in the Asian community encouraged to do the arts, but I'm lucky that my family was very encouraging of that, and they're very proud, and I appreciate them so much for that. And I want to let it be known that it's possible to create a career out of this. And it's a little harder, yes. Like it's a freelance career is difficult. It's not like the 9 to 5 and you just get paid, right? It's like you have to make those opportunities for yourself. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. So
Yeah.
right now I'm playing my shows. I'm curating some events that I'm not playing, just putting them on with
Right. But getting back to something you said, because I've been taking it in mentally. Today we're hanging out with ELORA Dash. You know, and you're meeting her for the first time on the front seat on this platform. So please show her some love, and thank you for the comments. Don't forget, thumbs up, smash that like button. My oldest daughter is a senior at App State. She went to school performing arts, then she went up there. So I'm not really sure what she's taking, but I just wanted to mention that. And then also, I'll dig into some of the other things that you mentioned in a minute, but you know, because I had wrote down some things that I wanted to ask you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you mentioned about diversity, that's really high up on my list. You know, I've had all types of people on this platform that are instrumental in change and are down for change, and I really respect that about people because that means that you're on a higher vibrational level. You're vibrating at a different kind of mindset, and that's what is going to change the world and get us out of the particular mess that we're in now. We have to, as artists, somehow convince everyone else. Listen, just don't listen to our songs, but be the songs, be the change. You know, it's okay to listen to them, but you got to really take what people are saying in their art and really go out there and live that. And I think when I saw your show, which I'm just constantly bragging about, you know, you embodied that as an artist, especially you know, locally. And also you know, you mentioned these other places, but you can still all go to these other places and play. You know, I moved from New York and I stayed here because one of the same reasons. You know, I still go back and travel with, you know, the Funk All Stars and my thing, but I want to be part of this renaissance. I feel that, you know, the creator, the universe called me here to stay here and do this thing. Where's your dog? Let me see her. Him.
She's making some noises back here. Leia, say hi.
What's his name?
That's Leia.
That's Leo?
Like Princess Leia. Here she is.
Leia. Hi, Leia. I know you can't see me, but you can hear me. Hey, Leia. I know. I love you too. All right. You've been on the show. Now you good. Because they all want to get on. Every time I have a guest with Adam, I'm like, please bring them on. I want to see them, you know, because that's another beautiful spirit right there. Again, hanging out in North Carolina and coming from this environment and being, you know, of Asian and Indian descent, when you first approached people about the vibe, how was it taken? Like not your family and friends, but others around the area.
Are you saying like when I approached, like I want to make diverse programming? Is that what you're asking?
Like into the music thing? Like because I know here when I moved here 10 years ago, it really wasn't like it is now. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely. Well, I quickly got connected with our friend Diego, and I think that's one of his goals as well, which I'm really
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
we were able to get connected because we
CMC.
align in that way. And he kind of gave me the opportunity to work with him with Oak City Music Collective
Right,
to, it gave me a platform to curate events that I otherwise would have had to just build up myself. And he already had this kind of platform. And
right.
he brought me on to start curating and booking artists. And I've met a lot of artists through him, and I've met a lot of artists through Oak City Music Collective. And I'm always looking out for more artists, especially diverse artists. And I think that because of my connection to him and his priority in that too, I feel like um, that goal of mine was well received.
Yeah,
And, I think that this community is, I think people would agree with me that it's important to get lots of different kinds of people's perspectives when when you put on a show or there's some kind of art, right? Like it's important to get every side of things. And I think I've felt very welcome here, and I think maybe other people might not have the same exact experience. I do feel like I said before, I'm a go-getter. Like I want to make myself known in the community, and I'm not going to give you a choice. You're going to know. I'm coming after it. So
yeah,
like I feel like my personality in that way and like my confidence is helpful in being like, hey, I'm here and this is what I think, and this is what I think we should be prioritizing. um these are the kind of shows that I want to see more. And I've had a lot of people like rally behind that, I feel like. So I feel fortunate in that way, and I hope other people feel empowered to do the same thing.
yeah. It's true because this area's got a little weird pocket in it, and you just have to find them. And because there are enough people here now that's pushing that door open for diversity and for different types of music. Now we just got to get more and more venues on board to understand, it can be done like this. You don't have to stick to the same format. Because when I
Mhm.
first moved here, it was like I was just doing drums for people and playing bass for people, in pop bands or covers, and it was all right. But I was bored to death, especially after doing what I did up top.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that like you, I understood. Hey, maybe there's something here that needs to be tapped into. So congratulations again, because it's hard to do what you've done and make it like this other thing. And we'll get to your trip over in Peru on the second part, but I'm going to talk about that too because I
Mhm.
was so happy. I was like, yo, now that's what's up. Because when you can go abroad and do your thing as well, and you have other ears that don't really get a lot of that, and then you're able to bring them that to their face, that speaks volumes for how the universe got you in sight to do what you do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because that doesn't
Absolutely.
really happen by accident. So,
Yeah.
um, tell me when you got with OCMC and you started, did you go in as an indie individual artist, or did you have a band in mind, or did they come to you? Did you approach them? How did you actually form your first unit, not the unit that I saw, but your very first unit? How did that come about, and who are those gentlemen?
Like the very first kind of like iteration of my band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was volume one?
Yeah. Well, in college, I had a band with some friends called Foxy Moron, and that's kind of where I had never played in a band before. I still had so much to learn about music at that point. So that really, and it allowed me to get my feet wet, where we were playing house shows and small venues around Boone, and we started to play in other places like in Raleigh and in Charlotte and stuff. We got to do a little tour. We played in Asheville. Actually, the first tour we ever did was the week that COVID started.
Oh
So we had
wow.
a couple shows canceled on that. I was so proud of this tour. And then a couple of those dates got canceled, but it was still a really fun
Yeah.
one. And so just like friends that I met through the music program, like I was saying earlier at App State, actually I was in an a cappella group there, and I
Uh-huh.
met some of my like best friends through that. So like I didn't, that was more of just like a college experience, but I ended up like taking that further than just college,
Right.
So actually met my now fiance Brady, who plays drums with me. And he was in Foxy Moron with me. And then when COVID happened, my guitarist ended up moving to Nashville to pursue music there. And I had graduated college in 2020, so I was like, okay, like what's the next step? I want to level
Right.
up. Um, and so then that's when we moved, end of 2021, I think that's right. We moved to Chapel Hill. And I have cycled through a lot of different amazing musicians, trying to find the right group of people to really
Yeah.
execute. Everyone who I think has played with me is really talented, and I think it's always just a matter of who is like down for the ride and like committed. Um, there's a picture from Foxy Moron in our first Raleigh show. But
Yeah, we do our homework over here.
right, it is. One of our earlier shows too. That's cool. Probably 2018 or something like that. 2018, 2019. But yeah, like finding people who, because like at the moment, or at least especially in 20, I did my first band performance as ELORA Dash in July of 2021. So that was like my first show, and I had just kind of started writing songs, and I had put out this. It doesn't make sense really, but I put out an instrumental album. I know I'm a singer, but I just didn't have like enough songs at the time to like make a whole thing, and I think I didn't feel comfortable yet with like I
Yeah.
want to practice songwriting more. So that was kind of my practice in like producing a little bit. So we just did a bunch of me and Brady helped co-produce it. We did like an instrumental 9-track, I call it a mixtape because I got a bunch of people to participate in it. Got a bunch of different artists from around North Carolina and the country to like, and this was during COVID, so I would just like record a keys track, and then I would send it off to a drummer, and then the drummer would add something, and then I would send it off to a bassist, and then they would add their part. And I was like, I didn't give them any direction. I was like, you do what your brain is imagining. Like
Right. Right.
I want to hear what your take on it is. And it came together really nicely. And so that was kind of like, again, me getting my feet wet in that way, and like the production and recording kind of way. Did all of that from home. And had people help me, and had someone to help me mix it and stuff. So so since then I started playing more shows, writing more songs, moved to Chapel Hill, started to play with people around here. And at first it was people that I met in Boone, because that's the only people I knew at the time. And one of our friends who I met while I was living in Boone, but he lived in Asheville. He was part of the Asheville music scene. Daniel Combs, who plays keyboard with me now, he called us one day and was like, "Hey, I'm moving to Chapel Hill." And I was like, "Yay, that's amazing. Be in my band." Like I don't want to, I was playing keys for myself, and I don't, I like to play keys, but for my band, I wanted to be able to focus on being the front person and singing. And so
Yeah.
it was nice to have him
Yeah.
become a part of it. And he's been a really important part of the songwriting process. And just like our sound is very much influenced by his sound, like all of the harmony of the songs. Like I usually like writing process, like I'll come up with a chord progression, kind of just like a rough idea, and then I'll bring it to the band and be like, make it cooler. And then they do. And then I take
Well, believe me, your band is like on fire.
they're great. And it's like I'm very grateful for the people who, anyone who's played with me, especially because I'm still growing this thing and I can't like pay everyone all the money that I wish I could pay them, but they see the vision and they're willing to spend the time to make the music good, even though, I can't give them all the things I wish I could give them. I think that we all get something out of it, besides money too.
I believe totally as an artist. Helena Bonner, great author, had a quote in one of her books and said the purpose of life is to find your gift, and the meaning of life is to give it away. And as an artist, You know, most artists that are true artistically creative inside understand that if they get with the right people are getting fed in such a spiritual way, and giving to others gives back, because the
Yeah,
universe will always provide, you
it's
know.
true. It's true.
And money and all that other stuff will always come, but
Hmm.
that's not what's going to make the music go around. You know,
Absolutely.
it's that tribal universal connection with people, you
Yeah.
know, because musicians like yourself, you're a portal bringing in all that light and then dispersing it to the masses. So that's by design, you know. I wanted to ask you, because I got 4 of your songs queued up here, but we're going to take
Hmm.
our time with this. I know you got to get out at 1, right?
Hmm.
Okay, great.
I
Okay,
gotta get
so
today.
yeah, no worries. Love You More. What was that song about?
That song is about how I had a crush on Brady, my fiance, and we were friends at first. I friend zoned him initially, and we were friends for a while, and we were doing the band thing together. And then I think one day I realized, like, oh crap, I like him. What am I gonna do? We're in a band together, like we're just best friends. Like, how am I gonna? And I'm normally the kind of person that just like I'll just tell you exactly how I feel, but I
Yeah,
was so worried about messing up the band stuff, messing up the friendship, because that part was really important to me. So that song was kind of about those feelings of like wanting to tell him, and then the second verse kind of gets into the feelings of okay, now we're like together, and I'm describing kind of like
beautiful
how
song, I gotta
how that
tell you.
feels. Thank you. Yeah, it was
Beautiful song.
honestly, and I wrote that one, and it came together so quickly, and that's how I knew that I was gonna really like that song because it just like I didn't have to think that hard about it. It kind of just like wrote
Yeah.
itself, you know?
So we're gonna run that for our audience for the first time. ELORA Dash right here on Funk from the Front Seat, not on the Grind TV. Thumbs up, smash that like. She's gonna come back, you know, a few more times. I'm quite sure, because I'm going to be begging her to. But y'all check this out, man. This is my little sis right here.
There's nothing I want more than to tell you how I feel. What am I waiting for? A moment I can be real. I've loved you for some time. Boy, you don't even know. You are my world, my life for you. I let my colors
Incredible.
Thank you. Always interesting to
told
listen
you all
back.
out there. I told you all out there this woman was badass. I'm trying to say it. So that song, because I screened them late last night. I never listen to stuff people send me or I choose until the night before the show because I want to be excited about it. And when I heard that last night, that hook was in my head. That's why I wanted to play that one first because I know we short for time. But I got to tell you, and I'm going to run another one too that you did. It's called Our Side.
Yeah.
I'll let you set that up for us. But that particular song, man, it took me to a place that I haven't been in a while. And that's what makes your music so special. You are extremely gifted and talented. And I'm
Thank
so
you.
honored to have you here on the show. And anything we can ever do to help, we always hear, that, as well as the stuff you do for Nappy Head. So, you're an amazing spirit. And I'm glad we had a chance to talk because this is the first time we actually had a chance to chat. We're always either doing this or that.
Right.
So,
thank you so much.
Love for that. So, we've been through a little bit about your career, and I please do hope you come back with us when you have more time. You just let us know, and we can do this in segments because I have like about 30 things that I wanted to ask you. But tell us about your trip to Peru real fast because I wanted to get that in before we do Our Side.
Yeah, it was an amazing trip. That was another one that my friend Diego helped me. I mean, he really did all of the stuff for that, as well as our friend Estefania, who lives in Lima. She's an amazing artist herself, but she also curates a lot of events in Lima. So she helped us put on these shows. And we did 3 shows there. Our first one was kind of more of an acoustic vibe. We were just using like an acoustic upright piano. And we had drums and then my vocals. And then the next day we did a bigger stage, bigger band show. And then the third show was kind of more of like a dive bar vibe. And honestly, that one was my favorite one. It just had like, the venue was really cool. It was like they had like old vintage TVs and they had like neon lights and they had these cool
Right.
What's the word, like murals on the wall. And and then it was, it was just like the last show, so it was like just coming out with a bang. And the people who came to our shows earlier in the week came to that one, so it was really cool to kind of like see our little community that we started building while we were there, all kind of like there at the last show. And we all hung out afterward, and everyone there is just so sweet and nice. And even though like maybe some of the people aren't understanding the words that I'm singing, something that I think is really important is singing in a way that even if you don't understand the language, you can still understand what the song is about.
Oh yeah, they feel it.
Delivering it in a way that's like universal to everybody,
Yeah.
So yeah, we got good feedback from that. And we also just got to experience Lima, and I made sure to we were there, it was like 8 days, but 2 days traveling. So it was like as much as possible packed into 6 days. And I tried to, and I had been there once before with Diego's band Tumbao. I was tour managing. So I kind of got like a general idea for Lima, and I wanted to show my band that, what I got to experience there. So we did a lot of fun stuff. We went out to the desert. We ate so much good food, so much great seafood, which I love seafood. So it was awesome.
Yeah, that's good. I heard about it. I was so happy, man, because, when you get a chance to experience and share your love, your music, which is your love, it's like your baby, with other people, especially not from here or wherever in the United States, it speaks volumes to, again, how the universe has you on that direction of like, people need to understand what it is that you're putting to them and what it is that you're channeling to them, because a lot of times musicians and artists, they don't really see like the big picture. They actually understand the game, but they don't see the big picture, and ever since I met you and we've chatted a few times, you've always understood the big picture, man. And that's why you're so talented. I have friends that are so talented. You're one of them. You're on that next level of talent with everything that you do. So that right there is amazing. Okay, we got about 15 minutes. So I always like to give people the last word, but I'm going to save time for that. But And I'm going to continue the show and talk about you a little bit later, but I know you got to get out. So when are you going to come back on with us?
Let me know. Let me know what day you want me, and I'll
yeah. I usually like book like a month in advance, you know, but I'll hit you up privately, and whatever Saturday you pick out that works for you, you know, you come back on and we finish, you know, putting your message out in the funk platform. And I guarantee I'll get some feedback, and then I'll let you know what that feedback is, because people that listen to funk like everything, you know how that. So
totally.
Set up our side for us and tell us a little bit about the writing process and the song itself.
Yeah, so I that song I think has a really like important message to it. I wrote it in 2020, kind of in response to all the George Floyd protests.
Yeah.
And I felt very like helpless, and like I wanted to like do something about it, and like the only thing I can do is make music. So that was kind of me getting out my frustration and putting on paper how I felt about that. And I tried to make it universal enough to where it can be true for a lot of different scenarios, and it has ranked for a lot of different things throughout
even today. Yep.
Yeah. So so in like that mixtape that I told you about, I did that as like I wanted to fundraise for the somehow. And so I made this album, and I was like, all the proceeds from this album are going to the Minnesota Freedom Fund at the time. So whatever we made on Bandcamp and stuff, I sent there. Wasn't a ton of money, but it was more, I'm glad that I got to say how I felt about that through music. And Our Side was also written during that time. And it kind of is about just kind of being frustrated with the state of things and how the people who are supposed to protect us don't do that, and in fact are the ones that hurt us the most sometimes. But at the same time, I think it's really important to have hope for the future, and not just let all of that bog you down, because that's exactly what those people want to happen, is for us to lose hope. And so maintaining that, and even through the frustration of it all. So the verse is kind of like the frustration part, and then the choruses are kind of the hopeful part. So I got to kind of express both sides of that, which was important to me, because I'm not really a believer in just like, being angry only about something. Like, you got to do something about it, and being pissed at everyone isn't really like a productive emotion, we have to still maintain positivity and take care of ourselves in order to take care of each other,
Yeah, you're right about that. And because that was such a polarizing moment in history for a lot of different reasons, since I'm a little bit older, I kind of have lived through that before. But I know, I went to obviously I marched in a protest because I'm a big protest person. I believe in that. And, I believe that, whatever people was doing at that time to stay something positive, or to let people know they were tired of it, was important, So right now, Our Side, ELORA Dash, proud to call her my friend, Funk from the Front Seat, Not on the Grind TV. You guys check this one out. I don't know what that glitch was. Hey, yo, Mark, that one didn't have no sound. What's up with that one? Our Side. I didn't hear anything. You can still hear me, right, ELORA?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Yeah, there was no volume with that one, Mark. But we do have this other track, Disappointed. So no, actually, you know what? How about Flatiron at Live? I want people to actually check that out. Is that cool? I can run that one.
Yeah. Wait, which one is it?
It's Live at the Flatiron. The Thrill.
Yeah, that one's from a while ago.
Okay.
You text me and my heart beats fast. I don't know what to do with that. Sliding in my DMs even though you got a girlfriend. Shoulda never hit get you back, won't even tell me again. I always have my guard up, especially at the start of whatever you wanna call this thing. Spirit, I didn't have a chance because you're unavailable and the love's unrequited. Now you can't hold me back, I'm on my shit. I only did this for the thrill of it. No, I won't stick around, get over it. Yeah, you fool me once, next time I won't fall for it. Fall for it. Got a new thing, but you still hit me up. Ask me how it's going, cause you can't get enough. I know your intentions, I know what you need. Sadly for you, you won't get it from me. Hit up your girl, what's her name? Jackie, Ashley, Danny, I don't know, they're all the same. They're caught up in your bullshit, I wish they knew it. See, you're not on your whole shit, but if the shoe fits, now you can't hold me back, I'm on my shit. I only did this for the thrill of it. No, I won't stick around, get over it. Yeah, you fool me once, next time I won't fall for it. Oh no, I'll fall for it. Now you can't hold me back, I'm on my shit. I only did this for the thrill of it, the thrill of it. No, I won't stick around, get over it. Yeah, you fool me once, next time I won't fall for it. Oh no, fall for it. Thank you.
Yo. How long ago was that?
Oh man, that was like 2023.
Okay, a
It's
couple
so
years
weird
ago.
to like
Yeah, yeah,
do
yeah,
that
yeah,
back
yeah.
after so much time.
You know what I wanted to ask you, and it was recent, and I love the fact that you mentioned the gentleman that passed away at the show that I saw. You know, because you had big fan of his, obviously.
Mhm.
And I also heard a little bit of Erica Baduish, Sade-ish kind of vibe. Were those some of the artists that you listened to that influenced you?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say D'Angelo and Erykah Badu are both a big part of the sound that I'm going for. I mean, I think there's kind of different artists that influence different parts of the music for me. Like there's
Yeah.
artists that influence the harmony choices, the chord choices. There's artists that influence the vocals and artists that influence just the general vibe of the music and like the message of the music and stuff. But I definitely feel like that is music that I want to even study more so I can understand better like how did they make these masterpieces, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's in you, and you making masterpieces of your own. I know you got to run. I want you to have the big screen, last screen for yourself, and anything positive that you want to say to our audience. Next time you come on, obviously, I want to touch on a little bit of the political aspect of what's going on and the music game, and Spotify royalties. I have a whole list of things that we can sit here and chat about as an artist, because my audience will want to know. And you're a beautiful, talented, fiery woman that's taken charge of her own destiny, and that I tip my hat off, because you're doing it hard, and I really appreciate that. It's almost like our generation, we passing the torch on, and y'all, certain people like yourself, have picked up the torch and are busting through the wall. And for a person like myself, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, yeah, some people actually get it. So I'm gonna give you the big screen, and then we're gonna come back and get you out of here. And don't forget, you'll be back soon. Oops, sorry. Not me, you. I gotta
go. Well, I guess I'll take this time to say that it's very important to support small artists, especially right now. We're all struggling to make ends meet, and then also pay for all the things that allow us to put our music out. So the best thing that you can do is buy people's music, buy their record at their show, buy their t-shirts at their show. Because one time I heard this artist say, they were like, hey, you can buy my CD for $5, or you can stream me 865 million times, and then I'll make about the same amount of money. So it does make a big difference to buy people's music. And I know as artists, we really appreciate that support. That $5 can go such a long way. And also just sharing stuff, even if you can't do the $5, like you can share people's music on your social media, tell your friends about it. I feel like a lot of work is done through just word of mouth too. Like if I really like someone's music, especially locally, like I'm gonna be like, check this person out, they're sick, go listen to them, go to their show. That's what I really want, is for people to show up to the shows. We all got lots of things to do. The world is in the state that it's in, and I think that it's easy to just like hole up and stay home and not go out and see music and not spend your money and whatever. But that experience of being in a room with a bunch of other people who are there to experience music is something very healing, and I think that's very important for the audience and for the artist, to have you there to give you that experience. And having an audience in front of you is always a wonderful aspect of the performance. I think I always perform better when I have people in front of me, but either way, no matter whether it's 5 people or 500 people, I'm going to give you the show the same. I'm going to give it my all. And I just encourage people to support artists in more ways than just streaming their music, because that just doesn't really do it these days. And we as artists really appreciate it. And also other forms of art, other people's art. Go, instead of buying a poster online, go to an art show and buy someone's print or something. Maybe it'll be a little more expensive, but it goes such a long way in supporting a real person. So yeah, if you guys want to find me on the internet, my Instagram is at elora.wave, W-A-V. If you Google Elora you'll find me. My website's elora-.com. I'm on all the streaming platforms. I'm on all the social medias, and me and my band are working on an album right now. We listened to a couple of the songs that I have out there right now. I feel like this next project we've been working on is even better representative of the music we're making, and I feel like every song we write kind of evolves our sound. So I'm excited to put this music out hopefully in the spring. But in the meantime, keep up with me on social media and go support other artists, and be hopeful because there is hope.
Well said, so elegantly well said. And I really, really appreciate you. And, we did get that glitch fixed. So we're going to have you go out on our side. Thank you, Elora Dash. Come
Yay.
back soon. I'll be in touch with you. And for those of you that's in the North Carolina, Asheville area or Durham area or Raleigh area or Carrboro or Chapel Hill or wherever, please follow their band. Go check them out. I'm telling you, it would be worth it, well worth it. My own eyes don't lie, and my own ears never do. So I appreciate you coming on. God
Thank you
bless,
so
man,
much.
and congratulations to you and your fiance. Next time, bring your whole crew.
Yeah.
Your whole crew. All right, we're gonna go out with this one, Our Side. And this is such a beautiful song and well done. So thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Yeah, it's strange that since just recently there've been 2 cases on television where government promises to people had not been kept.
You're supposed to be on our side. But I only see hate and violent fights. Where are you now when we need you most? And it hurts to see all this pain. No one deserves this kind of hate. I cannot believe you unashamed. The only thing you ask is how much will it cost you me? Yeah. Take my hand, there's more to this life. Don't let them tell you that we can't fight. They don't see the pain that they bring. If only they'd stop to listen, they'd hear me sing. You're supposed to be in this fight. Must be nice to be out of mind and out of sight. Shouldn't be that hard for you to do what's right. When they don't hear us, we'll say it louder. That's our power. Take my hand, there's more to this life. Don't let them tell you that we can't fight. Oh, they don't see the pain that they bring. If only they'd stop to listen, they'd hear me sing.
Yo, that was crazy sick. Y'all heard it, right? We're gonna have her back on, and we're gonna do, a few different segments with her, Elora Dash. So you follow her music, eloradash.com, and she's everywhere on every social media platform. I'm proud to say she's my friend, and a fellow artist in this area. So, like she said, a lot of times, independent artists, we're not making anything. So the problem is when we don't make any money to support ourselves, we still push even harder because for a lot of us, it's really not about the money, and some of us, I've been blessed to do it and, do what I do. So I'm very fortunate in a few different projects that actually, we get paid. So, but selling merchandise is a big part. So go to her site, buy a t-shirt, a hat, something, just to say, it's cool. We appreciate what you do with the music and the music scene here. It is growing. North Carolina's got a little different vibe to it, but it is growing. And we'll see where it takes us. Oak City Music Collective, incredible management company. They're making sure that the venues are responding to what we're putting out, and that's good to see. Of course, the Shikori Hills and the other festivals that they have in the area, they're always going to be there. So it's nice to see that this area is still sustaining itself in the music game, despite what other economic issues and woes that we may be going through, and that's something that I wanted to holler at you all about. Mark, I'm going to send you something that I want you to download, okay? I'm going to send it to you right now on Facebook Messenger. Matter of fact, I might have sent it last night, but it's something that I found this guy talking about something, and it made perfect sense, and I wanted to share this, and I feel that I should share it now with everybody while we still have the time. So hold on a second, sit tight. I'm going to run a few spots and say a few thank yous and pay a few bills, and then we'll get right back. Today, our very special guest was ELORA Dash, and she was totally, totally amazing. Trust me when I tell you, she's amazing. And her band is equally as talented. Oh, my God, they'll blow your mind. Hey, what's up? All my true funk soldiers, club funketeers around the world. This is your host of Funk from the Front Seat, number 9 right here, come to you from the funk universe that I live in. Check this out, man. Smash that like button for Funk from the Front Seat, and please subscribe. We're on every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. West Coast time. Don't forget, man, Funk from the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV. Smash that like button and please subscribe, man. We need it all to come together. Peace, love, and harmony, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Linda Shiner here, talking about my brother from another mother, Zach Robertson's Funkin' from the Front Seat podcast. It's Saturday afternoons, 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and 10 and 11 in between. We talk about, I'm on there sometime, we talk about politics, music, of course, what's going on in the world, and whatever kind of floats our boat that day. So y'all check it out. Like I said, Funkin' from the Front Seat, Zach Robertson's podcast, Saturday afternoons, 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock West. Peace.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
Hey, fam. Hey, fam, what's goody good? What's really good? My name is Jeff Roberson from the gospel group called Jeff Roberson and New Life. And I'm coming to you from the town that we had to name it twice. It's so nice. New York. And I'm bringing you some news about my brother from another mother, Brother Zach, who's bringing you his hot new show called Funk from the Front Seat. Listen, he's bringing you funk from the vault, from the past, from the present, and into the future. He's got that music that makes the hair on the back of your neck rise up. He's bringing you funk all the way down to your toes. This is that funk that makes you really want to groove. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial as he brings you funk from the front seat. Listen, let's go.
What up, everybody? This is Kevin from the Kevin Harrington Experiment, and you're watching Funk from the Front Seat with my brother, Zach, Funky number 9 Robertson. If you didn't know, now you know.
What's up, Royal Funk fans? This is Lisa Love, a.k.a. Alpha Unk Omega, coming to you from Love's Temple here in Southern California, inviting you to 9 on the Grind Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson. This is what I want you to do for me. Tune in every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come join the meeting of minds. I guarantee soul's growth and high vibrations, not to mention the love. Keep it funky, y'all.
It's Peppermint Patty. Hello to everyone, all of our Club Funketeers all around the world. I want to say this to you. You're watching FFTFS on 9 on the Grind TV every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern to 9 a.m. Pacific. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful show it is. And it's with our Club Funketeer, who? Zach. On the 9. Zach is the vice president of the Club Funketeers. So we lift him up every day and we thank him for keeping the funk alive. All right, go ahead. Let's do it, number 9. Peppermint Patty.
Yeah, we had to give a few shout outs and a few thanks. Again, P-Funk Radio, JTRP, Gabe Gonzalez, Robin Circular P, Larry Funkster Jones, David Webb, Funk Chronicles in Dayton, Ohio. Love you, bro. Ricky Vincent out there holding it down, United Funk pages, and Bootsy and Patty, of course, HJ Entertainment, Kane and Jams, Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars. We're doing a tribute up with the Motherfunkaholics, and we're going to be, paying homage to the P-Funk music and that legacy, and we're going to be with them in January. Nappy Head Funk Army. Don't forget, November 22nd, next weekend, next Saturday, right around this time, we're going to be at Hub RDU. Come down and check out one of our day shows. They're even more scarier than our night shows. So check that out. Old City Music Collective, Incredible Management. Afterglow, 92416. Otis, I love you. Don, I love you. Q&A Entertainment. Brooke Clagett, my funk angel, I love you to death. Patricia Dioria, Curtis Wilcox, and George DeFuncovinci, all this beautiful artwork behind us. Dr. Brookenstein for keeping it real. DJ Cocalino, David Webb, of course, and also DJ Elisabetta and DJ Monica in Switzerland, Elisabetta in Ireland, Cocalino in Italy. Thank you for always running the Nappy Head Funk Army music. And I got some new music that I'm going to send you in January, my brand new video that's dropping called Grid Go Down. So y'all look out for that, because I'm telling you that's going to be a mother when it comes to when it hits. Right now, I'm going to bring my producer on, Mr. Mark Lee. What's up, Mark? He's muted himself. He's muted himself out. He's loading up a video.
Yes, I was loading up a video, trying to get your video going and everything like that. But that was an amazing artist that you had, ELORA, and everything like that. I was hearing her talking about the new renaissance, and I was glad that she gave a shout out to not just the performing artist, but the visual artists, because they mean a lot to me, with Dad being a visual artist and me having some friends that are visual artists as well. So she was definitely saying to support you performing artists, but also to go out and give buy a print of a performing artist, of a visual artist or others as well. So I was just glad that she gave the salute to another art form and not just the musical art form as well. So she's talking about that new renaissance, and a lot of people are thinking about the renaissance that we're in the middle of and all along those lines. But as one that's got friends and family in the visual arts, I did appreciate that closing remark from her.
Yeah, that was great. It's always nice when we get artists that are from North Carolina to actually pop on. We try to get a lot of rep from North Carolina, but for whatever reason, a lot of artists are doing other things, who prefer their own platforms, and that's cool. Ain't nobody mad at nobody for that, because we have people on from all over the place. So I'm trying really, really consciously hard, besides the politicians, Anjane, and, the other gentleman that won Leo, the mayor, congratulations. Besides political people, we want to get more artists on. So if you're out there and you're artists and you want to be on the podcast, yo, man, y'all just pop through and let us know. You can find us everywhere.
Right, and there were a bunch of artists here at the Hayti where I'm at, because the quilters were having their pictures taken, their group shot, because there's a small exhibit. It's not even the full group, because it's probably about 50 or 60, maybe even more members than that are here and everything. And I was actually talking to the photographer's German wife, and she was talking about how she remembered hearing some music from soldiers when she was living in Germany, and how she knew about Durham because of the cigarettes that they were using for making, I think she said playing cards or cards and everything like that, but she didn't know about Lucky Strike and stuff like that because as a kid she was using that, but she didn't know all the musicians that were coming overseas, and she would have been a child in like the 60s and the 50s and everything.
I'm not quite sure who or what you're talking about, but I did hear the word German in there, but I'm not sure what
It
it
was.
is.
I was just saying there was a lady that was talking about the universality of music and how music impacted her as a child. That's what I was going for with that
Oh,
particular
okay,
comment.
yeah.
Because
I
as a
really
youngster,
can't see you because of the glare and everything too with the camera.
well, I'm trying to adjust the camera and everything like that. I do have your video in. It does look like it was a powerful video, so it's at the bottom and everything like that.
Yeah, it's only a couple of seconds long, but everybody out there watching, I want you to understand how this brother broke it down. And I shared this with a lot of people. He broke this thing down in such a way to where politically it was spot on. So I want you guys to check this out. It's loaded in because I don't really see it.
It's at the bottom.
I see it.
next
Okay,
to
I got
more.
you. So you guys, it's 25 seconds of your time. Check this out.
Poor man work non-stop. A rich man live off a poor man's labor. The soldier protects them both. The taxpayer pay the bill for all three. The banker runs all four. The lawyer twists the truth for all five. The doctor send the bill to all six. The criminal terrifies all seven. And the politician, he lives like a king off all eight. Get in the game. Poor man work non-stop. A rich man live off a poor man's labor. The soldier protects them both. The taxpayer pay the bill for all three. The banker runs all four. The lawyer twists the truth for all five. The doctor send the bill to all six. The criminal terrifies all seven. And the politician, he lives like a king off all eight. Get in the game.
When I saw that, I was like, I have to show that today because that's where we are right now.
Yep.
You know, that's exactly where we are right now. So let's all keep our wits about us. Go out and support live music. Go to shows and you know, and just be part of the thing, man, and be part of the positiveness. You know who was down here the other day? Degrassi Tyson, that gentleman.
I saw that. I was hoping. I saw it after as I saw a notice after he was already here. So I thought about going, but I did not make it. But yeah, he was down at DPAC.
Yeah, he was at the DPAC. Yeah, because I was going to watch the football game on Thursday night. But yeah, he was down there, man. And I thought that was it. He's one of the few people that I gravitate to, but not necessarily because he's right or wrong, but only because I can understand his message and what he's talking about, you know. Yeah. And of course, you know, what is he, an astrophysicist or something like that?
Something like that. I'm trying to remember his exact title, but yeah, he's been.
Yeah, it's something along those lines. He's one of the smartest people on the planet. Put it that way. Put it that way.
Yeah, American astrophysicist and writer. So yeah, he's an astrophysicist and a writer.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I've read a lot of his stuff. So tell us, Mr. Mark Lee, what's going on in the world of politics out here?
I mean, everybody is worried about their SNAP benefits, even though the government shutdown is officially over. And of course, as you know, the air traffic controllers are actually trying to go back to work and everything like that because there were some that were not getting paid, and apparently they gave a few a big bonus and everything like that, but it was only a few and everything. So people are wondering about their travel and everything like that. But apparently the government is trying to come back, but there is a threat of us possibly going to war with the little country of Venezuela and everything like that. Because this is the latest news that's coming out, is that he is putting some forces out there, and Maduro, who is the leader of Venezuela, is not really wanting to hear that, and he thinks that we could be brawling ourselves into an Afghanistan type war, which means a war that would last long and definitely would be detrimental to us and everything. But that's some of the things that are going on in the world that I'm aware of.
Why are we messing with Venezuela?
Because the drugs, he's trying to make them to be the major drug pushers and to be the supporters of the cartel, even though there's more drugs coming from other places, including the United States itself and everything like that. But he's trying to blame them, and he's actually blown up a couple of fishermen boats, and that's all that anybody can say is that they were small boats. They weren't even big boats, and he's done that. And now he's talking about a major aggression or a major offensive into Venezuela and everything like that. A lot of people think it's because he doesn't like their government and wants to disrupt their government and upend the government because it is a socialist government, if I remember correctly. And they used
So
to be.
that means that he likes their government if they're socialists.
No, he doesn't like socialists. Remember, he doesn't like Mamdani. Mamdani is a democratic socialist. He hates
Mamdani's
socialists.
not a freaking socialist. That's a label they put on him.
That's what the label. And I'm saying, what Trump claims he doesn't like socialists.
There's no such thing as a socialist place, and I'll tell you why. If you are in the military and you're a private in, say, Michigan, and you're a private in New York, and you're a private in Texas, you all get paid the same scale. Did you hear what I mentioned just now?
Yeah, they're all paid the same scale. I mean,
right. So time out. So if you're all making the same scale, is that like what a communist regime would be? That's socialism. Everybody pays into Social Security. That's socialism. So everybody's a socialist. The minute you get toe tagged with as a baby with a Social Security number, you're already in the system like that. So there's no socialist party. There's no this or that. Mamdani is not a socialist. He simply believes in being moral.
Yep.
And if they call people that are moral socialists, they should look at themselves. They should look at themselves. Because how can you say somebody that you want to feed or some poor people you want to help or some kids you want to give SNAP benefits to that they're wrong for trying to survive just like another person that has the means to survive? So that's why the label that they put on that is total bullshit. Because if people are making the same all across the country in certain organizations, then what is that? That's communist. That's socialism.
By the definition, because even if you look up vocabulary.com, it says that socialist is someone who supports a political or economic philosophy that says society as a whole, rather than private companies, should own or control various goods.
Right. So what is this dude doing? He is actually the socialist because he's got big business in his pocket.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's actually also the definition of supreme capitalism and everything like that. So I would say that he is like one of the worst capitalists, because I'm not a big fan of overt capitalism and everything like that, but that's just me and everything along those lines. But yeah, I hear what you're saying as well. But yeah, I think that grocery stores, which is what he wants at least, I think, every borough to have a community-owned grocery store. And we've already got co-op grocery stores even here in Durham and everything like that. So I have no problem with there being.
I only see the top of your head, bro. I don't see nothing. Yeah,
you don't see anything?
Better, but the light's there, so it's either the light or just your nose and beard, one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other. So it's the light in this building. So, like I said, I could.
But yeah, you know, they said at Walmart, for instance, a Thanksgiving dinner went down. Yeah, but it's all the shit that nobody wants to eat. Wow. Because they did the thing. They said, yeah, if you buy the name brand Walmart stuff, right, and there, that means that it's cheaper, but you can only get less. You can't get as much as you used to get. So he's using that as a way to say, hey, things are cheaper. And that's impossible. That's impossible. People should be able to earn at least decent living in this country. Healthcare and education should not be nearly what it costs, only because big pharma and big business is making a fortune in it. And, people should be able to survive and live just like they need to live, because, it's not conducive to a strong mental society. And a lot of people already have a lot of mental illnesses, a lot of stress out in the world. There's a lot of things going on. So having said that, we get ready to get out of here on that note, because I just want people to understand peace, love, and harmony. Funk from the front seat. Smash that like button. Give me the thumbs up. Please follow ELORA Dash. And don't forget, you guys go out and have a very, very, very bright, shiny, sunny, rainbow-filled day. And know that you are loved right right here on Funk from the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV. I'm getting ready to get out of here. My producer, Mr. Mark Lee. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Penalty on the phone. 15 yards for faking the phone.
Man, why you threw the flag?
15 yards for faking the phone.
Say what? It's the funk. It's the funk. Chromacon, variants. It's the funk. Chromacon, variants. It's the funk. Chromacon, variants. It's the funk. Chromacon, variants.
You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-phone show and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-phone show and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. There's a penalty if you don't shake that ass. We're gonna put you on blast, brother. And if you don't shake that ass, there's a penalty on the phone if you don't shake that rump. Causing the earth to shake, rattle, and roll to the sound of the nappy bump. There's a penalty. You know we gotta step on the gas. And if you can't get with this beat, I'm gonna put you on blast. And if you can't get with this beat, I'm gonna put you on blast. Yo, what's this fun Chromacon thing you talking about? I don't know, man. That's a whole other thing. Everybody in the house say yeah.
It's the funk. Chromacon, variants. It's the funk. Chromacon, variants.
You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-phone drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-phone drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. We're coming from the nappy land. Flag on the funk is not the plan. So let us play it loud for the new funk radio crowd. Stop throwing the flag on the funk and let me shake my rump. Squeeze me, tease me, and never let me go. I'm throwing the flag on the funk. That's a nappy funk coming show. We ain't never gonna stop. 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 You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-phone drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone. You better switch your deadbeat back to the two-phone drum and hang your head, cause I'm throwing out this flag on the phone.
Chromacon, variants.